Well, the rather sad, and I suppose the writing was on the wall for this, Archie Sonic has been cancelled. How do I feel about this? Kind of sad, to be honest with you. I'm going to read a few extracts that I've put on social media. Some of it I'm going to leave out because I got a little bit snarky and angsty in this, so this ain't the place to do it. I, want to try and be as compassionate and as sympathetic as I can possibly be, because this touches a core with a lot of fans that have grown up with this comic book. I've only ever read a few issues of Archie Sonic, and I adore it. It gives me what I need in escapism, plus creative and progressive storytelling with wonderful characters that are fleshed out. Like I mentioned, I'm just starting to collect some compilation books because they're going as cheap as hotcakes on Amazon, whether it's amazon.co.uk or amazon.com. Including the Sonic the Hedgehog encyclopedia is like going for like £3 to £4 over here, which is like $6 to $7 over in the US. Which I'm probably going to pick up that and a few other compilation books because it's like, get it while it's good, because it ain't going to be there for long. Like I say, because I love the stories. That, and I suppose I'm concerned that my fave character in Sally Acorn, and this is no mystery to any of you. Everyone the world over for about the better part of 10 years that I've been here on YouTube, everyone knows I'm a Sally Acorn fan. I ain't going to hide from that. My main concern is that my fave character in her might not be carried over to a new series. I hold her in such high regard from the way she is represented from a writing and visual perspective. She's a strong protagonist with a lot of depth and layers to her character, and she's the tomboy, the action girl, and never afraid to get her fingers dirty, and I love that. To me, I hold her above Sonic. Yeah, I know, there are going to be a few like, OMG, you can't say that. First off, this is my opinion. You don't like it, go jump in the lake. I don't care, because I know that Sally has a bunch of haters online, so I ain't going to give those people the time of day. I ain't here to sip your Kool-Aid. So, I'm not going to change my opinion, so go elsewhere, because I ain't going to change my thoughts just because it doesn't fit in with your own. There's a little bit of snarkiness there, but at the end of the day, this is my opinion. You don't like it, there's the door. I ain't going to change it to fit in with your perspective. I don't do that. Not enough people are real these days, and when I say that, not enough people are honest or just saying how they feel just because they're afraid that, they're not going to get accepted by these other people. Why don't you just work on, being accepted for how you are? Have your own individual voice and opinion, because it's better to cast your own shadow than be the shadow of someone else. Walk your own path, cast your own shadow, be an individual, all that jazz. I have admired Sally for the way she was written in having to mature quicker for someone her age in a world where freedom was taken away and she had to be the strong adult role model for everyone that had their world turned upside down. I don't know what the future holds for Sonic, or Sally, for that matter in the comics. All I can do is let things unfold and present themselves. But we may get her carried over. You never know. But by the same token, I'm not going to go holding my breath over it, because although Sega, as of late, do seem to be making a lot of better decisions, particularly in like the last 2 years, particularly with games being released a lot slower. I mean, particularly with Sonic Mania that's coming next month. They have said this game is going to have such a polish, it will have a shine to it. And this game's been delayed twice now. So that's a huge indicator that things are on the up and up. But I'm just hoping they don't throw her character away, because that would be a waste. You know, in a modern age where a lot of people cry out for a positive female role model, protagonist, female hero, call it what you will, there's one right there in Sally, and Sega don't want to do anything with her. You know, I just don't get it. I will end this video on a somewhat more positive note. This is something that I put on another page. Someone has taken a page out of the Sonic the Comic online page and created a fan Archie Sonic comic online that predates the reboot. I know quite a few people hold the pre-reboot in higher regard than the current one, but we all know who we have to blame for that one. I ain't gonna mention that guy's name because I'm sorry. To give him kudos and credibility is a disservice, and I'm not going to do that to someone that practically wrecked this comic book from, you know, the moment he went doing his shenanigans. The link in the description is as follows: archiesoniconline.com, and they're looking to get stories that's continuing the pre-reboot. So anything that predates Genesis, predates Sally being roboticized, they're going to continue that continuity. And I say good luck to you guys. Really, I do. Because I'll probably look in and see how you're doing. Because, again, I love what the Archie Sonic stood for. And what it should still stand for. So, yeah. Leave your thoughts and your comments in the comment section below. I apologize if I came across as a tiny bit angsty and snarky in some places, but, you know, I'm just saying how I feel, guys, because, you know, whether you grew up with Archies or if you grew up with Satam, because Satam in a lot of ways was just an adaptation of Archies to some degree, so the two are somewhat linked, and, you know, this touches a core with a lot of people's childhoods growing up. So yeah, you know, this cuts deep. I'm glad we've got closure, but at the same time, I'd like to hope that some good will come out of this. And again, I just hope, you know, at least Sally and Nicole get carried over. But again, I'm not going to hold my breath over this. I mean, that'd be like still waiting for season 2 of Knight Rider SG. I ain't gonna go waiting for that, folks. I mean, that show's been gone, what? Nearly 9 years now? I mean, damn. I still maintain it deserved a second season, but that's just me calling it like it is. Anyway, sorry for being somewhat long-winded, but this is me, so that's par for the course these days. So until then, folks, good night from the night, and I hope some good can come out of this, because, yeah. Good night from the night.